Alright, what's good, guys? Just gonna make this a quick one. I did make a longer one last night, but then right after, I got interrupted with nonsense. What else is new? This engine, I have this exact same engine. I got it from a buddy of mine. It was in that canopy for like a year. I finally just brought it over to the garage recently. But this is the 1978 924,000 series Ariens unit, and what's interesting about it is it's got a solid axle. It's not, there's no thing to unlock it on that one. Like I knew these ones. This one too, it's got a solid axle, which was actually, when you put a Predator on one of these, it's actually a benefit to have the solid axle. Those good years. Yeah, those are good years. 1965. They were still working it out. By this time, Carlisle was making them. See, but nah, this is these are well-made units, though. I just think that this one sat outside for a bit. That's why it's got, some decrepity to it. This muffler's shot. But I have that muffler, and it's cool how it has, the key and the throttle up here. But yeah, this is known as like the joystick on the dash model. It just needs some major, it's just, it needs penetrating fluid and all that. Tank on it's empty. But the carb don't look good right now on it. This one has some shit in it. That's a metal tank. But I think it was shut off. Yeah. So, hopefully it didn't get to the carburetor. I don't know, did I look at the carburetor on this one? Couldn't get a really good look at it. This cover is not original to this engine, because this is for a throttle. They used to have an old school throttle on the side on a couple of machines. Your throttle's right here on this, and just this throttle cable alone is worth $30. So you're talking one part right here, $30. Oh yeah, right, I forgot. We're okay, right? Yeah, that's not too bad. I'm gonna have to get my torch and melt this piece of plastic back. The handlebar, caught it somewhere. But yeah, see, this is when they got it's the same exact handlebars, see? It's just they put the dash up higher. They got smart. They put the dash up higher, so you had your controls here. And they just made it more, easy to use. This part of it is actually still the same as mine. As the 80s one, the 87. 924040. Ariens Company, Brilliant, Wisconsin. I hear the high school in Brilliant is really good. They have great skilled trade programs up in that high school, because this company funded away. So if you live in Brilliant, I take it, if you live in Brilliant, you're probably in a well-to-do area over there. But hey, that's how it goes, man. You make it. That's interesting. I wonder what holds that behind there. But like I said, whether I part them out or keep them as they are or whatever, they'll run. This one, fuel system needs to be cleaned. Oil wasn't too bad. Muffler needs some serious help. That one, fuel system, it'll run. But I mean, my mom showed me these yesterday, and then I couldn't resist when he said yes. See, that locks it in place. You can keep it going. This way it would have kept going on its own. They realized that wasn't a good idea. They got rid of that idea. But I just figured I'd show him off. I did hit a possum on the way back, so he didn't make it. I tried to dodge him, but dodging him is what ended up causing him to get hit. Because I backed up to see, and sure enough, he got hit. I think that was there already. But this I gotta deal with. Because we don't want to have holes in this. But yeah, somebody thought they were gonna be a funny guy, so I'm hitting back now. You know what I mean? Not like 2012. 2012 they were, you know, it's not happening again. You know what I mean? It's not happening again. It's the bottom line. But even like I said, like even if I was parts wise, that motor is worth, yeah. I don't know. There's money here. Trust me. I'm too tired to go into it right now. Like that decal. If somebody needed that decal, that's a 5 horse, even though it looks like a 7. That's only a 5 horse. But that's back when they made it. The 5 horse was like as big as the 7 was. It's crazy. Because now, you know, on the more modern ones with the 5 horse Tecumseh, you knew. Look at this for 65. This is actually separate. This was a separate piece. This is the oldest one I've had so far. I can tell because of this. This is definitely, and it's got the sprocket instead of the worm gear. See, it's got the worm gear. 69, they switched to the worm gear. 68 and back, it was a sprocket. The sprocket turns smoother and faster. Like I said, the only problem is you can't put a taller chute on with that sprocket unless you know how to weld. Because you have to cut that ring off to be able to use it and then weld the taller chute onto that sprocket ring gear in order for it to work. I don't have that capability. I can't weld. I don't weld. I don't know how to weld yet. That's the only thing I haven't mastered. I've mastered just about everything else, but not welding. Electrical, I'm getting better at. That helped me out a little bit. But welding is the one thing I haven't done yet. I just gotta get a welder. Nick said just get a cheap welder, so fuck it. I might just get the cheap one, but we'll see. But you see, I put that winch on myself, and that's the one thing I had to note. I gotta do something about that. That cable keeps getting caught in the center, and eventually it's gonna jam on me and I'm gonna get screwed. It happened again. So I gotta modify that thing. I've gotta figure out some way to stop that from happening. I could see, maybe even see the screws, those Phillips head screws. Maybe put some longer ones in that stick out just a little bit longer so the cable can't get down. That might even, yeah, it might be able to do it. Or just, yeah. Something like that. Or I was even gonna maybe like put like some kind of bracket or something there on top. Something to stop that cable from getting wedged in between the big pulley and in between. Because if it does, it'll get stuck and then you're screwed. But yep, 2 more errands. It's hard to turn down these orange machines, man. And I mean, that would clean up. And see, the paint now for 78, the paint is on there solid. It's not like peeling off like the 80s one did. I had to repaint that thing totally. This is just from whatever this is just from sitting outside and rust. But built like freaking tanks. So there they are. They're worth something. But like I said, that's the first joystick one I've had. Double joystick one. I've had the one with the single joystick. There's nothing there, but that's the first actual joystick model I've had. The only thing I don't like about this one is, like I said, the front cast iron gearbox. Look at it. It's like pretty tiny. I'm pretty sure it's the same on my 87. Same exact box. Not like this mammoth one. They had a commercial one that did have it, but not that one. So, whatever. I grabbed them. I wasn't saying no to those, but they definitely smoked my brakes a little bit racing to get there. And this guy in his stupid garbage can getting in my way. But whatever. Like I said, it don't even bother. I mean, I think it was more... I probably should have just ignored it. But I couldn't. It's just so weird, though. It's a solid axle on this one. You know, that they didn't have the differential lock. I'm glad that one doesn't have it. It's good, you know? Throw a Predator on that sucker, forget it. You won't. And some chains, you'll never break it. That's the one problem I was having with the one with the differential lock. It kept breaking roll pins. So see, if you put heavy duty chains on that one, it bounces, bang, 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 bang. You're not gonna have to worry about busting them roll pins, because you know there's nothing there to break. So 924040, and that one was see, this is when I think they still both were still modeled front and back. So the back's 924040, and then on the front, or maybe they stopped doing that on these by that time period. Stopped putting a model in the front. Nah, I think the front still had models at that time period. Yeah, I don't know, man. They're tough. They're tough cookies. This little group of people. They don't want to stop with their shit. You know, they think their shit don't stink. Is what it is. They think their shit don't stink, so they're gonna keep going at me. But you know, whatever. I don't know. I don't get it. You know what I mean? I don't get it. I really just don't. You know, if I hadn't been a fucking asshole when I was younger, really young, when I first got my car, it wouldn't have happened the way that shit happened. That's all I can say. Yeah, see, 109995. Mine's a 910995, or mine was, and it's got the metal belt guard. That alone, I think, was like 30 or 40 bucks I sold that for. And then the back end, what's the back say? $109.65. So what would it be? 91065. Okay. Yeah. 5 horsepower though, you know? 7 horse is the same exact size during this time period. Like, it's so hard to tell the difference. Even on the 5s back then. It's an H50 compared to an H70. Where's the actual difference in size? I guess the block would be a little bit smaller. Really hard to tell though. But this is neat the way they did this with the sprocket. Alright, that's enough. So, first gen, second gen, but not the first design of the second gen. The second gen, the first ones that came out were more kind of like this still. Yeah, I gotta fix this because I don't want to have to end up buying another back plastic piece. I'm pretty sure this little dent was there already, but this I gotta deal with. That's not good. Alright, let's go. And